Apple just released the second generation iPhone SE. It is highly anticipated, it's here, it's 26,490 pesos, but speaking as an Apple fanboy, I don't recommend it. Even though it is powerful, and for sure, Apple will support this for another 6 years or so with software updates, the design of the new iPhone SE looks outdated by today's standards. And considering that other manufacturers revolutionized the designs of their smartphone with an edge-to-edge display, which even Apple did starting with the iPhone X, I don't think SE's design can hold up after 2 years. As the iPhone 12 coming out later this year, Apple seems to be pushing their phones to an even bigger form factor. With the rumored 6.7 inches iPhone 12 Pro Max, this move indicates that Apple is moving to a larger phone territory. And yet again, 2 or 3 years from now, the iPhone SE's feature and design will feel like it was a phone from 2017. The third reason is this. If and only if these rumors are right, the next iPhone SE might sport an edge-to-edge display with no notch and new Touch ID implementations. Okay, I know that doesn't sound like Apple, but Quo, a well-known Apple analyst, says that there might be an iPhone SE 2 Plus with a larger display. And who knows, it might feature an iPhone 11 design in a more budget-friendly way. And if you're going to buy the iPhone SE 2020 and Apple released the SE 2021 with an iPhone 11-like design, I'm pretty sure you'll regret buying today's SE. If you are the type of person who loves a bigger display, then definitely the iPhone SE is not for you. Having a 720p display, pixels are really noticeable on this phone when consuming media. With approximately 650 nits, you'll also find the SE screen to be hard to use under broad daylight. Instead, here are some phones with the same price range as the iPhone SE, but even better. First off is the OnePlus 7T. I know that this is an Android device, but considering that OnePlus runs on Oxygen OS, which is close to stock Android, this phone is one of the best you can get. It has a 6.55-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display with a 90Hz refresh rate, 8GB of RAM, Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 Plus chipset, a triple camera setup, one of which is a 48-megapixel sensor. It is way better than the iPhone SE. At 30,000 pesos, I know that's 4,000 pesos more, this can definitely give you a lot more features, almost the same performance, and light years better display than what's on the SE. Pixel 3a. It starts at the same price as the iPhone SE. Pixel 3a offers 12.2 megapixel camera, 5.6 inches Full HD Plus OLED display, 4GB of RAM, Qualcomm Snapdragon 670 chipset, 18-watt fast charging, and runs on stack Android. The Pixel 3a does have the same small form factor as the iPhone SE, maybe a little behind when it comes to performance, but the camera on the 3a is miles better than what's on the SE. Also, you can get the Xiaomi Mi Note 10, which has a curved 6.47-inch AMOLED display, up to 256GB of internal storage, 8GB of RAM, and a pentach camera setup, one of which is a 108-megapixel camera, and priced at around 25,000 pesos in Lazada. But if you cannot get out on Apple's ecosystem, then here are some of the best iPhones you can also check out. Released the same year as the iPhone 8, the iPhone X is still a pretty decent daily driver today. Sure, the iPhone SE's chipset and the camera is 2 generations ahead, but even if that's the case, this iPhone can still provide decent photos and still a snappy phone when multitasking and even playing graphically intensive games. For a starting price of 20,000 pesos for a second-hand unit, you can get Apple's modern iPhone design, Face ID, and an AMOLED display. The next iPhone that I recommend you checking out is the iPhone XR, one of the closest contender to the iPhone SE when it comes to camera and performance. The XR has a 6.1-inch IPS LCD panel, Apple's A12 Bionic chipset, and a 12-megapixel single-lens camera. You can cop one of these for a starting price of 30,000 pesos, or if you can do some bargaining, you can buy this from 25,000 pesos for a second-hand unit. If you want it brand new, you can still get this for 40,990 pesos from an Apple authorized reseller like Power Mac or Switch. Also, you can get the iPhone XS or even the XS Max, which has an OLED display, a 12 Bionic chipset, dual camera setup, for a second-hand price of 26,000 pesos for the XS and 33,000 pesos for the XS Max, which has a bigger 6.5-inch display. A little warning though, buying an iPhone from third-party resellers, most units are second-hand or refurbished, so check everything out before buying it. Now, on paper, the before-mentioned phones are slightly behind when it comes to performance as compared to the iPhone SE's A13 Bionic. But using it in real world, you wouldn't tell any difference. Now, to conclude this video, sure, the iPhone SE is the cheapest iPhone you can buy brand new. But if you don't mind owning an Android device or a second-hand/refurbished iPhone, which offers a whole lot more when it comes to design and features, then you should totally skip the iPhone SE. But at the end of the day, it is still your money. So what do you guys think about the iPhone SE? Are you still going to get this phone, or do you consider getting the phones that we mentioned earlier? Let us know in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to our channel for more content, hit that bell icon so you don't miss any future uploads, and be sure to visit yugatech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. This has been Arel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.